Alright folks, this is going to be one of the 3 soaps, 1 shave bowl, but this going to be creams. This one here is methylated, and of course going along with the same thing, this is methylated Ingram, another shave cream, and you got another shave cream here from Omega, and it's got eucalyptus in it. So this is going to be a cool shave, if you will. And yeah, I'll put these over here. Hopefully I'll knock them over. Got the alum block, no rubber band this morning. Also have mentholated witch hazel from Sterling, that's black ice flavored. And I'm going to be following the shave up with some chiseled paste Cryogen. Shave of the day has a treat Dur sharp blade, half of it, and got it snapped in half in the Focus Slim Owl, which is for aluminum. It's all aluminum, made in Italy. This one here, of course, is the green color. You can get these in multiple colors, but this one here, I decided to go with green instead of red. I've got it whipped up here in a small bowl, this lather, and it is whipped up with a AMAC brush. And I've already put a hot towel to the face this morning, so I'll get started with this pre-shave soap that's also methylated from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. It's the ice version. So we're going with a very cool shave this morning. Been practicing still with the left hand with the green pass on the right hand side of the face. It's been going pretty good. Yesterday it was kind of one of those situations where I was pretty sure I nicked myself, but there wasn't any blood and there wasn't any stinging from the alum block, but it sure did feel like I caught myself back over here when I was using the left hand, of course. It was kind of interesting, but like I say, I never did bleed, and there wasn't any stinging from the alum block, so I'm not sure what it did over there, but it sure did feel like I caught myself. This is going to be a pretty good shave with all 3 of these in the mixed up in the bowl. Definitely going to have that cooling effect this morning. Which our weather here is doing that strange thing again, where we start out the week, the lows being below freezing or near freezing. Then the high is going to be, then we're getting, up close to 50s and whatnot. Then come time for the weekend, it's going to be down in, what, 20s, below freezing, near 30. Whenever they make up their mind what the temperature is going to be. We actually have a chance for some snow. The last time I looked at the weather on the weekend, it's going to be an interesting weekend. Have highs, temperatures up in the 50s, and now we're going to turn right around and we're going to have a chance for snow. Interesting weather here in Oklahoma. In case you haven't seen this before, that's what it looks like on this side as it goes for the blade exposure. Here's the mechanism, locking mechanism, if you will, for the blade. It just slides, and yep, there's the blade exposure right there. And for the most part, there's not much exposure from the toe and the heel. And the angle's more or less set for you with the bevel there. Of course you can adjust accordingly, but this one here, it's a pretty good shaver. Very much lightweight. It's balanced. In this particular case, when I say that it's balanced, I mean it's balanced to the point where the point is truly pretty close to being right here. It's very very, very much an interesting shaver, I should say. For it being as lightweight as it is, I don't find it near as much of a challenge like I normally do with lightweight shavers. It works well for me. In my experience also, the blade choice also seems to work rather well for me. It's surprising. When I first got this, I was expecting quite a challenge, trying to get used to the weight and find that it's not near as challenging as what I thought it was going to be. It's more of a, I guess you might say, one of those shavers that became my favorite, even with it being lightweight. I do try to take it a little slow and easy, not trying to rush myself on the left hand usage. So I'm just going with the grain with the left hand on the right hand side of the face, which seems pretty natural to me. I think I'm going to flip this around like this. Inspiration for all this, I had watched Marcos' video. I'll put a link down below. He did one that was 3 menthol, 3 menthol shave, and then was tagged by, there, look, got a little weeper there. Knew this was going to come. I was starting to get my pressure off just a tad bit, and it was tagged by Trevor. Yep, I think I just figured out what I was doing. I was back there, I think I was leading with the toe that day. That's the reason why the felt like I caught myself that day. Right back there, but like I said, it never did start bleeding or anything. So it must have been just enough to let me know that I was getting my angle off just a tad bit. Oh no, though, it's going pretty good. I think this would be, what, the second time I think I ended up with weepers? It might have been the third. But I know one of the times when I ended up with one, I didn't even realize that I had anything going on until I was putting the aftershave on. All in all, the shaves are going pretty good with the left hand. It's more of a mental thing than it is physical. Still really want to use that right hand throughout the whole shave, which eventually at some point in time I might go ahead and switch back. But it is a good experience for me, knowing that if I ever had to, I can learn how to use that left hand. I know that I'm just more comfortable just shaving with the dominant hand. It's not awkward to me. Even though there's certain positions, look awkward, it seems pretty comfortable to me. This is a very much a cooling shave. My face is definitely got the cooling effect going on already. I have a shaver that I'll be using on Saturday. It's a very unique shaver. It's I think the patent was 1914. No, yeah, 1914. It's it's a fairly old shaver, single edge star. Yep, I did. I thought I caught myself right a while ago. That kind of morning, isn't it? It's not quite as typical in that the putting the blade in, it has like a little lever on the back side. It's pretty cool. If you're wondering, when it comes to starting out with a shave bit, depends on the individual, you know, and how you want to progress. I went ahead and started with the whole left-hand side of my face. You can go at a much slower pace. Just do your cheek on one side for about a week. Or if you feel like you need to go 2 weeks, I'd go that route. And then eventually switch over to the other cheek. You do it about the same length of time. And just kind of slowly work into using a shave bit or even a straight razor as far as that goes. It might find that your shaves will eventually be somewhat better, and you'll how can you say, it may not be quite as nervous shaving with a straight razor or a shave bit. And just take your time, progress at the rate that you know that you feel comfortable with. And there's going to be times that you know that you may not be able to, that's all you're going to be able to do is just your cheek, and that's all you're going to be able to do. And if you progress like that, then there's nothing wrong with it. Because in other words, for instance, I usually keep a shaver on hand ready to go, like this one here. So if I feel like I need to catch a spot, which is my trouble spot right through there, you can just clean up real quick with it and, you know, continue on with your shave. Wouldn't really push it too hard to the point where you feel like you're frustrated with the straight razor or the shave bit. Just take your time. And don't be afraid if, you know, the shave's not going well and maybe you're just not mentally up to it that day. Just grab your favorite shaver and, you know, go from there with it. I don't know if that's going to stop bleeding this morning or not. Tell you what, it definitely stings. See, that one there, I would expect it to, at least like yesterday back there, is really interesting. Because I know I got myself back there. I could feel it. As soon as I did it, I felt it. But I never did get any stinging from it. That one there, though, is stinging. I don't know if that's the same place where I get a bump every once in a while. Right down there. And if it gets to be very tall, I usually end up taking it off. That's about the right location, though. These sort of shaves are a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it, you ought to give it a try. Some more menthol with the witch hazel. I think it's going to stop. I'm kind of anxious for Saturday to get here because that's when I'm going to be using that new single edge. I say new to me. Like I say, I think the patent is in 1914, and like it's not your typical single edge gem shaver star in this particular case. I think the shaver actually, I think, predates the patent number, if I remember right. I have to go back and do research on it. It's the only one I got that looks like this one. Pretty interesting. I still got the cooling effect going on. It looks like it might calm down. Stop bleeding for me. I do have my styptic pencil. It's over there, and hasn't been used in quite a while. But it is a. If you never used a styptic pencil before, first time I ever used it, boy did it stink. With Allen Block, yeah, I get a little stinging there. Not really, not that big of a deal. First time I had to use a styptic pencil with the spinner, well, it was with the TrevieB. Boy, did it stink. I mean, it just lights you up. It is an experience you should at least have at least once. It's a feeling like no other. It definitely will wake you up in the morning. Your eyes will be wide open. Good stuff here. Yes, definitely take your time with the TrevieB. It demands your attention. It really does. Doesn't take much to slip up and end up with a cut. So just take your time when you're trying to learn how to use a new shaver to you. Probably should do it on a day that you don't have to work and you're trying to rush and get something done. Get your shave in before you go to work. If you're an evening shaver, it'll probably even work better for you, because hopefully you're not rushed, in the evening. Still got a little bit right there. May have to use that styptic pencil. You never use one, it also leaves a white film on your face. It's kind of a unique thing. Looks kind of oddish on your face. Instead of having toilet paper everywhere, you'll have that white stuff everywhere. Until at least it calms down and you might be able to rinse it off. All in all, though, I had a great shave. A lot of fun doing these kind of shaves. Hope everybody's doing well today. Today is Wednesday, midweek shave. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.